Now would be a good time to sit down and do a self assessment. Decide what it is that you like, what you don't like, what you want to do going forward. Good time. End of the year, beginning of the new year coming. Welcome, colleagues. George Sloan. This is Myford University. We are going to talk real quick about doing a self assessment. Maybe you're unhappy at school and you want to look at alternatives. I've got a bunch of materials that I'm just putting out about that. Maybe you're in a career where you're not happy. Um, you might want to sit down and look at about what it is that you like, what it is that you don't like, and what might you do to pivot to something better for you in the coming year. I also think that in some cases, some of you might have certain ambitions. You might want to start a little side business. You probably want to sit down and create a roadmap to accomplish that. So this is a good time of year to do it. And let me give you a couple tips in terms of how you might go about this. Look at what it is you do every day and write down what it is that you like to do. What is it that you don't like to do? What is it that you'd like to do more of? What is it that you'd like to do less of? And when you start to put that together, you'll start getting a picture. You hear me from time to time mention the idea of looking at what your current state is and imagining what your desired state is. And it's the gap between that makes all the difference. Where are you now and where do you want to be? And what is it and how is it you will get across that chasm, across that gap? That's the key. And by sitting down and doing a quick self assessment and asking yourself some hard questions and being intellectually honest, be objective, sit down and come up with, a picture of what now looks like and what you want tomorrow or the future to look like and work on a way to get between the two. So, when you're sitting down and doing it, and again, we're at a quiet time of the year, it's a good time to do it, good time to set some new goals. Sit down and come up with that plan. I would also recommend, highly recommend, that depending on whether you want to share it or not, I would seek and solicit the advice of people who have done it themselves or are doing what it is you'd like to be doing and saying, hey, what does it take to do that? You don't have to tell them what your ulterior motive is. They're going to know. They're going to want to know. They'll know that you want to, emulate what it is they did. Be careful not to emulate the wrong things, and be careful to get elicit the ideas that, from them that might help you avoid some of the mistakes that they may have made. Effectively, kind of describing a mentor, and maybe without formally calling it that, you can treat them like a mentor. I highly recommend that you don't waste their time. You have some very specific questions, and those questions should start with why, they should start with how, and you should also look into at the end of it saying, hey, is there anything I should be asking that I'm not asking if my ambition is to do what you're doing? That is a good approach. I think of the movie Wolf of Wall Street, where Donnie comes into the diner and he talks to Jordan Belfort, and he talks to him about the car outside, and he asks him how much he makes. And Jordan Belfort tells him he made, like 70 something thousand dollars last month. And Donnie didn't believe him. He said, but if you can show me a paycheck, I'll quit my job today and I'll come work for you, because he was looking to find someone that he could emulate, someone that clearly was succeeding at something, and it's something that you can borrow. Don't do the illegal stuff and the shady stuff, but it's a lesson that you can learn. So use this time wisely, this Christmas break wisely, and reevaluate, reassess, come up with a new approach. And I've talked about this in another video, but I'm going to hammer on it a little bit. Don't be these people that try to get it all done in January. Most people, they want to go to the gym come January 1, and by February 1 they're done. Don't overdo it, don't rush it. Go for little wins. I've talked about that. Then go to intermediate wins, and then go for the kill shot. Go for the big one. But this is a good time to do it. Highly recommend. You seek out some resources, talk to some people, and one great resource again is Myford University, where you can look at getting methods, skills, approaches. You can also look at the MBA Accelerator. My recommendation is subscribe. We want to have you learn it fast and apply it faster and get the results that you want Please give us a like and a share, and we will see you the next time. I'm George Sloan. Thank you for tuning in.